Teacher, can you start teaching?
All right, good afternoon, M6. I know you're really happy to see me. I'm happy to see you too. Okay, today we have our last M6 class for this year. We are going to review some lessons, and for today we're going to do lesson F. All right, let's start. All right, lesson F, it's called Have You Done Your Homework? Please repeat after me. Have you done your homework? Have you done your homework? Now, let's dive straight into it and let's learn some words. All right, what can you see in our first picture? What is the first vocabulary word? In the first picture, we can see some dollars and we can see an object that keeps basically money. That is an object that we keep money into. It's a wallet. So we have vocabulary word number 1. Spend, spent, spent. Let's repeat one time. Spend, spent, spent. So we have the 3 forms of the verb at the past tense. We have verb 1, which finishes in D, and that is the base form of the verb to spend. We also have the past simple, which finishes in T, which is the verb number 2, spent. And we have the past participle of the verb to spend, which is also spent. So spend is a regular verb. It means that the past simple and the past participle are the same. They both finish in T. So one more time. Spend, spent, spent. Spend, spent, spent. All right, class, very, very good. Now let's move on to our next one. What can we see in our second picture? What is in picture number 2? Second vocabulary word of today's lesson is see, saw, and seen. All right, so we have the verb to see, which is the base form of the verb 1. We have saw, all right? We have saw for the past simple, which is the verb 2. And we have seen for the past participle. All right, let's repeat them. See, saw, seen. See, saw, seen. One more time. See, saw, and seen. Good job, class. We use the first form of the verb 1, for the present. We use the past simple for actions that start in the past and finish in the past. We usually use the past simple with words like ago. Whenever we say when the action happened, when the action happened, then we will have to use the past simple. All right, I saw a movie yesterday. Yesterday is a word that shows when. All right, we cannot use seen, or usually we don't use seen when we say when the action happened. Seen, we use it for the present perfect simple or the perfect tenses. Present perfect tenses or past perfect tenses. So one more time, see, saw, and seen. Now, because we had our first vocabulary words, forms of the verb, now we have a guy that bites from an apple. He's basically eating, all right? So vocabulary word number 3 is eat, ate, eaten. Verb number 1, eat, which is the present form or the infinitive form. Ate, past simple of the verb to eat, verb number 2. And verb 3, eaten. One more time. Eat, ate, eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. Good job. Thank you so much. Let's move on to vocabulary word number 4. What can we see in the first picture? In the fourth picture. In the fourth picture, we can see several athletes. We can see several people playing some sports. All right? And we have vocabulary word number 4. Play, played, played. Again, we have a regular verb. All right? So a regular verb at the past participle, it means that the past simple and past participle are the same. Played and played. If the forms are different, like eat, ate, eaten, or see, saw, seen, then the verb is irregular. Let's repeat them one time. Play, played, played. Play, as I play football, when in the present, yeah. Played, yeah, like I played baseball last weekend. Or we have the verb 3, I have already played some games, which is the present perfect simple, which shows a recent action in the past. I don't say when. Yeah, remember, I have just played football, or I have already played some games. There are recent actions. One more time. Play, played, played. Good job. Let's remember vocabulary word number 1. Spend with D. Spend, spent, spent. Spend, spent, spent. Good job. Vocabulary word number 2. See, saw, seen. See, saw, seen. All right. Next we have eat, ate, eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. One more time. Eat, ate, eaten. Very, very good. And vocabulary word number 4. Play, played, played. Play, played, played. Good job, class. Very, very good. Now let's move on to vocabulary word number 1. Can you remember what is in the first picture? What is in vocabulary word number 1? When we buy things, we are basically spending money. What are the forms, the past forms of the verb to spend? We have spend, spent, spent. Spend, spent, spent. Good job. Let's remember vocabulary word number 2, the action of seeing something. Add the past forms. We have see, saw, and seen. See, saw, seen. Moving on to vocabulary word number 3. For the verb to eat, we have eat, ate, eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. Good job. Next, we have vocabulary word number 4 for the verb to play. Play, played, played. Play, played, played. Good job. Can we remember number 1? Spend, spent, spent. Spent, spent, spent. Sorry, spend, spent, spent. Number 2, see, saw, seen. See, saw, seen. Number 3, we have eat, ate, eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. And vocabulary word number 4, play, played, played. Play, played, played. Good job. Now let's move on to vocabulary word number 5. What is in the 5th picture? We have 2 types of meals. We have some fruits and vegetables, and we have some junk food on the upper side of the picture. It seems that we don't like junk food, but we like healthy food. So vocabulary word number 5 is diet. Let's repeat one time. Diet. 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 A diet, it's basically a way of eating, basically. Yeah, when you are taking care of what you eat, when you're taking care of how many calories and how much food do you consume, you are basically following a diet. Every people's diet, every person's diet, it's different, all right? People do not eat the same things, or not everything is the same in their diets, all right? So we have one more time, diet. Vocabulary word number 6. We have a group of people. Yeah, we have some people cleaning. Now let's see, what do we have in picture number 6? Picture number 6, we have chores. Let's repeat a few times. Chores. 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 Chores are activities that we have to do, all right? Whenever we have things on our schedule that we have to do, we call them chores. Chores. Good job. Let's move on to vocabulary word number 7. We have a video. Please raise your volumes and let's check it out. Alright, that was a nice video. Now let's see what's the name of this sport. As you can see, it's similar to tennis. Yeah, we can see people throwing a ball on different sides of the pitch, of the court. Call it however you want. And the name of the sport is kick volleyball. One more time. Kick volleyball. Kick volleyball. Good job, class. One more time. Kick volleyball. Right? So is a type of volleyball. Yeah, but it's played with the legs and feet and head, but not with hands. Now let's see vocabulary word number 8. Let's see. Alright guys, now let's see how do we call this sport. It's a racket sport like tennis where people are hitting a ball against the wall. The name of the sport is squash. Let's repeat one time. Squash. 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 Good job, class. One more time. Squash. Now let's go back to vocabulary word number 5, and we have diet. 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 Vocabulary word number 6, chores. 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 Very, very good. Vocabulary word number 7, kick volleyball. Kick volleyball. One more time. Kick volleyball. Good job. Vocabulary word number 8, squash. 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 Good job, class. Now let's see vocabulary word number 5 one more time. Can you remember what is it? Vocabulary word number 5, we call it diet. Diet. Good job. Now let's move on to number 6. Activities that we have to do. We have chores. Chores. Good job. Number 7, this type of volleyball with the legs, it's called kick volleyball. Kick volleyball. And vocabulary word number 8, can you remember? We have squash. Squash. Good job, class. One more time. Number 5, diet. Diet. Number 6, chores. Chores. Kick volleyball. Kick volleyball. And vocabulary word number 8, squash. Squash. Good job, class. Very, very good. In case you did not write down your words, you can do it now. All right? And we are going to repeat them one more time. So we have number 1, spend, spend, spend. Please write it down. See, saw, seen. Number 2. Eat, ate, eaten. Number 3. Play, played, played. Number 4. Number 5, diet. Number 6, chores. Number 7, kick volleyball. And number 8, squash. Good job. Now we are going to listen to a piece of conversation, all right? Sarah and Chad, Sarah is the girl, Chad is the boy. Sarah and Chad are at school. It is Wednesday, lunchtime. It is Wednesday, lunchtime. Now, we're going to listen and answer the question. What has Chad done this week? What has Chad done this week? And we have spent, 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 eat, ate, eaten, and squash. Let's see what he's done. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to play our conversation. I'm going to words. You can do it now, right? And we are going to repeat them one more time. So we have number 1, spend, spend, spend. Let's write it down. All right. Going to stop audio. Let's hear the conversation.
What have you done so far this week, Sarah?
Well, I've seen a few movies, and I've done some homework.
Have you done any chores?
No, not yet. How about you?
Well, I've spent a lot of money, It's my mother's birthday this weekend.
Have you played any sports?
I've played kick volleyball.
Good for you. And what have you eaten?
Not much. I'm on a diet at the moment.
Have you played any sports?
I've played kick volleyball.
Good for you. And what have you eaten?
Not much. I'm on a diet at the moment.
All right. So we heard our conversation. Now we are going to dive straight into our answer. All right. So what has Chad done this week? Has he spent any money? Has he eaten a lot, or did he played squash? Or has he played squash? Now the correct answer is spend. Chad has spent a lot of money this week for his mother's birthday. Good job. Now let's read the conversation, listen and repeat. What have you done so far this week, Sarah? What have you done so far this week, Sarah? What have you done so far this week, Sarah? Well, I've seen a few movies. Well, I've seen a few movies. Well, I've seen a few movies. And I've done some homework. And I've done some homework. And I've done some homework. Have you done any chores? Have you done any chores? No, not yet. How about you? No, not yet. How about you? No, not yet. How about you? Well, I've spent a lot of money. Well, I've spent a lot of money. Well, I've spent a lot of money. It's my mother's birthday this weekend. It's my mother's birthday this weekend. It's my mother's birthday this weekend. Have you played any sports? Have you played any sports? Have you played any sports? I've played kick volleyball. I've played kick volleyball. I've played kick volleyball. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. And what have you eaten? And what have you eaten? And what have you eaten? Not much. I'm on a diet at the moment. Not much. I'm on a diet at the moment. Not much. I'm on a diet at the moment. Good job, class. Now let's move on to the same conversation, but this time we are going to have some words missing. Let's start. What have you done so far this week, Sarah? What have you done so far this week, Sarah? Well, I've seen a few movies. Well, I've seen a few movies. And I've done some homework. And I've done some homework. Have you done any chores? Have you done any chores? No, not yet. How about you? No, not yet. How about you? Well, I've spent a lot of money. Well, I've spent a lot of money. It's my mother's birthday this weekend. It's my mother's birthday this weekend. Have you played any sports? Have you played any sports? I've played kick volleyball. I've played kick volleyball. Good for you. Good for you. And what have you eaten? And what have you eaten? Not much. I'm on a diet at the moment. I am on a diet at the moment. Good job. Let's read one more time. This time more words will be missing as usual. In all our lessons we have the same type of exercise and practice. Let's see. What have you done so far this week, Sarah? What have you done so far this week, Sarah? Well, I've seen a few movies. Well, I've seen a few movies. And I've done some homework. And I've done some homework. Have you done any chores? Have you done any chores? No, not yet. How about you? No, not yet. How about you? Well, I've spent a lot of money. Well, I've spent a lot of money. It's my mother's birthday this weekend. It's my mother's birthday this weekend. Have you played any sports? Have you played any sports? I've played kick volleyball. I've played kick volleyball. Good for you. Good for you. And what have you eaten? And what have you eaten? Not much. I'm on a diet at the moment. Not much. I am on a diet at the moment. Good job, class. This was our conversation. Now you can write it down in your books. All right. Let's listen to it one more time and then complete the words.
What have you done so far this week, Sarah?
Well, I've seen a few movies and I've done some homework.
Have you done any chores?
No, not yet. How about you?
Well, I've spent a lot of money. It's my mother's birthday this weekend.
Have you played any sports?
I've played kick volleyball.
Good for you. And what have you eaten?
Not much. I'm on a diet at the moment.
All right, class. Very, very good. Now let's see our missing words. We have the first missing word. We have, yeah, the auxiliary verb have, which we use it to form the present perfect simple. All right, we form the present perfect simple with the verb to have, or has for the third person. All right, and the past participle of the verb to do. Yeah, the past participle of the verb to do is done. The past simple is did. We never say, what have you did? That is not correct. We will have to use what have you done whenever we want to ask about a recent action in the past. What have you done so far this week, Sarah? Well, I've seen a few movies, yeah? So we don't know exactly when she has seen the movies, yeah? We don't know when Sarah, if you remember, it's Wednesday, lunchtime. The week started on Monday, which is 2 days ago. It's quite recent. Yeah, what have you done so far this week, Sarah? I've seen a few movies, all right? We can use a contraction for the verb to have, yeah? And we can say I've instead of I have. But again, we have to use the auxiliary verb to have and the past participle to show a recent action in the past. Usually this recent action in the past, it has a present connection. If Sarah has seen a movie already, what does it mean for the present? It means that now she doesn't have to see it again because she knows in the present what happened. All right, she knows what the movie is about. Well, I've seen a few movies. And I've done some homework. All of them, both seen and done, are recent actions in the past. I've done some homework. Have you done any chores? Same situation. Have you done any chores? Well, no, not yet. How about you? Well, I've spent a lot of money. We don't know when, because if we mention when the action happened, then we should use the past simple. Yeah, but we don't know when Chad spent all this money. Yeah? We know just that he did it recently. Well, I've spent a lot of money. When? We don't know when. We just know that this is what he has done recently. It's my mother's birthday this weekend. Have you done, have you played any sports? Again, a recent action, a question about a recent action in the past. I've played kick volleyball. I've played kick volleyball. Good for you. And what have you eaten? Not much. I'm on a diet at the moment. Good job, class. Very, very good. This is our conversation. You can practice the conversation with a partner. And now we are going to explain a little more detail the present perfect simple. When we want to talk about time that is not finished, for example, today, this week, this month, we often use the present perfect. And the structure of the present perfect is, subject, verb have, auxiliary verb have or has for the third person. We cannot say he have, but we can say he, she, it has. Subject, have, has, and the past participle. And we have examples. I have 2 examples. 3 actually. I have done some chores today. The day is not finished yet because it's lunchtime. I've done some chores today. Even if we say when, the time is still not finished. Today is still here. It's the middle of the day. He has spent a lot of money this week. Yeah? This week is not finished because we know that in the conversation it's Wednesday lunchtime. The week will finish on Sunday. All right? He has spent a lot of money this week. Again, it's a recent action in a moment that it's still ongoing. The week is still going on. Yeah, the week will continue tomorrow with Thursday, Friday, and so on. We also have question. When we have question, we'll have to start with the verb. Yeah, what have you done this month? What have you done this month? All right. Now let's make some sentences. Today it's still here. It's still an ongoing action. Yeah, the day is not finished. So we also have the little guy with a question mark. What's the question? The question is, what have you done today? Oops. Sorry? What have you done today? Next, the answer is, we can see a boy having breakfast and a boy studying. The answer is, I have eaten and I have studied English. I have eaten and I have studied English. Good job. Now we have this week. What have you done this week? I have done. chores, or I have done my chores, and I have played squash. I have done some chores and I have played squash. Alright, good job. Now, what have you done this month? What have you done this month? I have eaten nachos. That's some nachos with salsa, yeah. I have eaten nachos and you could say I have swam the water park, or I have played at the water park. I have eaten nachos and I have played at the water park. Alright guys, so this was our lesson about the present perfect simple, the last lesson of this year. I would like to thank all of you for being part of this English program. I really hope that everything, all the information you've gathered all this time will help you later at university and in life. Thank you so much for being good students, and I wish you the best of luck in your future careers and any other path you may choose. Thank you so much. One more time. Enjoy your holiday, be happy, and have a nice weekend. This was Teacher Daniel. Bye bye.